Myself Raj. Welcome to Raj Online Trainings. In the series of Java Programming Complete Placement Codes, in the last videos we have seen about object-oriented concepts like object, class, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance and polymorphism. Today let us understand what is the need of going with this object-oriented. Why object-oriented? So when we are having structured programming approach to develop the software applications, what is the need of going with object-oriented? Let us understand in this video. When we take structured programming approach, we divide the application into small parts called as functions. In the case of structured programming, we think in the terms of functionalities. What functions are required to perform the task? We divide the task in the form of functions. Whereas in the case of object-oriented programming approach, we use the real-time entities. We are going to use real-time entities like classes and objects. Now, let us go with one task. Let us go with a task. And we are going to develop this task using structure approach and object-oriented approach. Then we will see the differences. Why we prefer to use object-oriented. Let me take a task like, let us suppose we are having a rectangle, and when we take this rectangle, the task is like when we click on this. When we click on this rectangle, the color of the rectangle should become red and it should rotate 50 degrees. So the task is when we are going to have some symbols. When you take a symbol like rectangle, when you click on the symbol, the background color should become red and it should rotate 50 degrees. Similar way, let us consider a circle. And when you click on circle, the color should become green and it should rotate 70 degrees. Similar way, if you take a triangle, when you click on triangle, the color should become blue and should rotate 90 degrees. This is the task given to us. Now let us develop this task using structured approach. When you go with this structured programming approach, we think in the terms of functionalities. So here we take a function called as fill color and we are going to take integer id as argument, because on which symbol you are clicking, that we are going to maintain in the form of id. Meaning if id is 1, we consider it as rectangle. If it is 2, circle. 3 means triangle, like that. So in this fill clear function, we are going to take id as argument and we write the code like that. If id equal to 1 means rectangle, we are going to set the color as red, color equal to red. If id equal to 2 means circle, color equal to green. If id equal to 3, triangle, color equal to blue. Similar way, we are going to create one more function, rotate, which takes id as argument and we write the code like, if id equal to 1 means rectangle, rotate 50 degree. If id equal to 2 means we are clicking on circle, rotate 70 degree. If id equal to 3 means when you click on triangle, it should rotate 90 degree. So we are thinking in the terms of functionality when we go with structured programming approach. Now, let us develop the same thing with object-oriented programming approach. In the case of object-oriented, we think in the terms of real-time entities. So what are the entities here? What are the shapes here? Like rectangle, circle and triangle. So what we do, we think in the terms of class now. So we are going to create a class rectangle with a functionality fill color and color equal to red, rotate equal to 50 degree. So the functionalities are going inside the class here. The behavior is going inside the class rectangle. Similar way, we are going to create a class circle with a function fill color, color equal to green and rotate function, rotate equal to 70 degree. Similar way, class triangle, fill color, we are changing color equal to blue, rotate 90 degree. So in the case of object-oriented approach, we think in the terms of classes and the functionality will go in the class here. Means we are thinking in the terms of real-time entities like rectangle, circle and triangle. Now, once we develop the application, we give this application to the client. So from that time onwards, From the time onwards, we call it as maintenance phase. Once we submit our product to the client, when client starting using application, from that time we call it as maintenance phase. Now during maintenance time, the client is going to update the task. Let us suppose client is going to add one more new symbol called as rhombus, and when we click on rhombus, the color should become yellow and it should rotate 30 degree. So this is the updated task now. So the existing application, the client is adding new symbol here. So this is in our maintenance time. So what steps we have to follow in structure approach? In this fill color function, we should write the code like if id equal to 4, that is rhombus, we have to change the color to yellow. Similar way, in rotate function also, we should write if id equal to 4, that means rhombus, rotate equal to 30 degree. Now understand carefully. Once you take a function and when we add the code inside the function, when we add some piece of code inside the function, again what we should do, we should test this function once again. We need to send this code once again for testing whether it is working properly or not. So what is the drawback now? Whatever the code we have tested before, that code also we have to test it once again. Meaning whenever we update the code inside the function, we need to send the complete function for testing. So whatever the testing happened for the previous code, we have to test it again and again. So during maintenance time, if the client is adding some more new symbols, any new symbol we are adding, again we have to send the complete code for testing. Means when we go with structured programming approach, the main drawback is it is going to take lot of time for testing and maintenance. So it's going to take lot of time. So this is the main drawback of going with structured approach. So that is a place where we are having object-oriented approach. In the case of object-oriented approach, if I want to manage that new task, that is rhombus, what we do, we won't touch our previous code. So what we do, we just create a new class called as rhombus with the functionalities fill color equal to yellow, rotate equal to 30 degree. So whatever the code we have written before, we need not touch this code. Once we develop this code and once the testing is done, we keep it aside here. So what we have to do now? We have to just take only this new requirement and send only this new requirement for testing. So the main beauty of object-oriented approach is the maintenance, the cost of testing and maintenance will be low for us. So this is the main thing of going with object-oriented. See, why object-oriented? Object-oriented programming approach is used to reduce the cost of testing and maintenance. This is the main point we should say why people are choosing object-oriented. So when I ask the question during interview times, why object-oriented, many people will say the concepts like object, class, inheritance, abstraction, so and so things. But what is the main need of going with object-oriented? Why we choose object-oriented? This is the main point what we should say during interview time. So what is that? Object-oriented programming approach is used to reduce the cost of testing and maintenance. So if you say this point, it is well and good during your interview times. A new definition, the new way of saying the answer, why object-oriented approach we have to follow during development time. So very important. Please recap this properly and remember this last point for interview time. Right? So that's about in this video. Please subscribe, like and share. Thank you.